The story kicks off with a young boy and girl playing in an abandoned morgue, a chilling place where dead bodies are stored in freezers. The girl leads the boy into a room lined with cold metal chambers and teasingly says, "I know you like me. If you step inside this empty freezer, I'll let you kiss me." The boy, nervous but eager, agrees and promises to step out in a few seconds. But suddenly, the girl slams the freezer door shut and locks it from the outside as a twisted prank and walks away without looking back. The boy screams, pounds the door, and begs for help, but no one hears him. He's stuck for 3 entire days in freezing darkness, no food, no light, just the putrid smell of corpses and paralyzing fear. Years later, the focus shifts to a smart and stunning girl named Eva, who's studying to become a veterinarian. One day she shows up late to a hands-on class and instantly gets scolded by the professor in front of everyone. It's Alex again. He starts dancing with Ava's friend, getting all friendly, and later invites both of them over for drinks at his apartment. At Alex's place, the vibe is relaxed as they sip drinks and chat. During the conversation, Alex casually reveals that he's a surgeon, which instantly grabs attention. As she looks around, her heart sinks. There's a camera pointed right at her and a speaker in the corner. Exhausted and terrified, she eventually passes out again. When Eva wakes up again, she spots food and water placed neatly on a table. Someone's been there. Moments later, the basement door creaks open and a man steps inside. Dressed in a black suit and wearing an eerie oxygen mask, someone is watching her and they can talk to her whenever they want. As soon as she steps out, he grabs her and snaps the handcuffs back on. It's the landlord himself, who lives there with his girlfriend. But once again, he says nothing, not a single word. Upstairs, a landlord mid-shower hears the banging and realizes the terrifying truth. It's coming from the basement. While Eva sleeps deeply, someone suddenly grabs her and everything fades to black. The landlord, having heard weird noises earlier, shows up at Alex's door and asks if he was fixing something. Alex quickly lies, claiming he was just repairing a bathroom pipe. Even a neighbor, Alex, hears the noise echoing through the walls. When the masked man enters again, Eva doesn't hold back, but after a tense struggle, he cruelly restores it again. Alex suffers from intense claustrophobia, which is why he always wears that oxygen mask indoors. The landlord sees him leaving but stays silent, suspicious but quiet. On the surface, he looks calm and harmless, but inside, he's mentally unstable and twisted. Alex tries to stop him, but the landlord grows suspicious, especially since Eva has been missing, and he saw Alex sneaking out of her room. She grabs a steel rod and strikes him over and over until he collapses to the floor. Gasping, she yanks off his oxygen mask only to freeze in horror. It's Alex, her own neighbor. When she regains consciousness, she's chained to a bed in a pitch-dark basement. Panic hits hard as she realizes she has no clue where she is or who has done this to her. When he's finally found and freed, the trauma shatters his mental stability forever. Unnerved by his creepy gaze, they try to brush it off, but the uneasiness lingers. During the session, the professor tells her to make a cut on a rat, but her hands shake uncontrollably, and she just can't do it. Deep down, Eva dreams of becoming an actress and keeps chasing auditions at casting agencies. While lying helpless on the bed, Eva notices something scratched beneath it. The name Lisa is faintly carved into the frame. Later, the masked man returns and injects her with something that makes her body feel even weaker and heavier. Soon after, Eva checks out a rental apartment. The landlord shows her a modest room, and since it fits her budget, she quickly agrees to take it and disappears. A few days later, she's moving in with her friend. She runs into Alex, a neighbor who lives right next door. But even though he clearly hears her, the masked man ignores her completely. The next day, he finally returns. Eva asks again, and this time, he unlocks her, but stands guard right outside the bathroom door. Quietly, she slips the rat into a bag, planning to take it home instead of harming it. Later, she confides in her friend, saying she wants to drop out. She simply can't stand the idea of hurting animals. While the girls are busy hauling boxes, someone is secretly watching them from inside the building. From their window, Eva and her friend also spot a strange man staring at them from a nearby building. That night, Eva heads to a party with her friend, and guess who shows up? Eva hesitates at first, but her friend talks her into it. Eva's friend starts openly flirting with him. But as the night drags on, Eva quietly slips away and heads back to her room to sleep. She fights to break free, but the chains won't budge. She cries out, screaming for help, but no one answers. Terrified, Eva stammers, "Do I know you? Why are you doing this to me?" But the man doesn't say a single word. He silently turns around, shuts the door. Later, Eva desperately pleads, "I need to use the bathroom." She considers making a run for it, but he's blocking the only way out. When Eva demands to know why he's doing this, his calm breaks. He lashes out in anger and violently beats her before storming off. Struggling to stay strong, Eva demands, "Who is Lisa? Did you kidnap her too? What do you do with girls?" Desperate, Eva finds a steel rod nearby and starts slamming it against the basement ceiling with all her strength. Eva keeps pounding, louder and louder. Before she can run, Alex jolts her with a taser, knocking her out cold and disappears from the basement. Meanwhile, Eva wakes up furious and smashes the oxygen mask, shouting at the surveillance camera with all her might. Angered by her defiance, Alex lowers the oxygen level in the basement, leaving Eva gasping for air. He gets a chilling thrill from controlling and imprisoning people like puppets. Terrified, Eva realizes Alex isn't just strange, he's dangerously unhinged. Now, she starts planning to outsmart him. The next time Alex visits the basement, Eva tries sweet-talking him to earn his trust. But Alex quickly sees through her act and pulls away coldly. Sneaking into Eva's room, he steals the rat she had secretly brought home. Alex puts the rat in the basement and injects Eva again. He's clearly cooking up something sinister. Later, the landlord decides to visit Alex's apartment to check on the damaged pipe. Suddenly, the landlord hears noises coming from the floor and starts investigating. Eva, desperate and sensing help is close, bangs loudly on the ceiling with a rod and screams for help. Convinced something is seriously wrong, the landlord tries to move the sofa, hiding the secret basement door. But before he can, Alex sneaks up behind him, strangles him silently, and kills him. Without a shred of mercy, Alex drags the landlord's body down to the basement and kills Eva's poor pet rat as a terrifying warning. Try to escape and you'll suffer the same fate. While Alex is cooking in the kitchen, a detective arrives at the landlord's place. Not finding anyone home, he calls the landlord's phone, which surprisingly rings from inside the basement. Eva, using her feet, manages to pull the phone from the landlord's pocket and tries to answer, but the call disconnects. Frantically, she tries to call the police herself. Just then, Alex walks in carrying food, and Eva quickly hides the phone. As Alex leaves, the phone rings again. Eva tries to speak with the police, but Alex grabs her, muffles her mouth, and answers the call himself. He lies, saying it was a misdial, then smashes the phone to pieces. In a burst of courage, Eva attacks him, grabs the keys, and unlocks her chain. She escapes the basement, only to find the house sealed tight with a digital lock. Inside, she spots another girl paralyzed, unable to move or speak. Eva tries to escape through a ventilation duct, but Alex catches her and knocks her out cold. From across the street, a man watches, but he's blind and helpless to intervene. Later, the doorbell rings. It's the detective asking about Eva's whereabouts. Alex quickly lies, saying, "I saw her a week ago." But the detective notices a fresh injury on Alex's head and starts feeling suspicious, though he has no proof. After the detective leaves, Alex ties Eva up tightly again. When Eva asks about the paralyzed girl, Alex coldly says she's his girlfriend, paralyzed in a car accident. He promises Eva that if she cooperates, he'll let her go in a few days. Then, without warning, he injects her hand during the procedure. He cruelly removes one of her kidneys to use for his girlfriend's heart transplant. The detective digs deeper into Alex's past and learns he was once treated in a hospital. A doctor reveals a shocking truth. As a child, Alex was locked inside a freezer for 3 days by a girl named Lisa, which shattered his mind. Suddenly, it clicks: Alex is the same boy from the start, and Lisa was the girl who locked him in that freezer all those years ago. When Eva wakes up, she sees bandages wrapped around her stomach. Alex coldly admits he took her kidney for his girlfriend's transplant. Horrified, Eva also discovers the lifeless body of a friend murdered by Alex. Meanwhile, the detective finds out Lisa's missing and cunningly lures Alex out by calling him to the police station. As Alex leaves, the detective sneaks into Alex's house. There, he finds a photo and paper with Lisa's name, and shockingly discovers Lisa is alive but Suddenly, the detective hears a noise from the basement and finds the secret door. He goes down but finds no phone signal to call for help. He returns upstairs, only to be caught and killed by Alex. Back in the basement, Eva pretends to seduce Alex, trying to get close enough to snatch his gun. But Alex quickly sees through her act and threatens her fiercely. Later, he leaves to tend to Lisa, then returns to the basement. Seizing the moment, Eva attacks him from behind and manages to escape, but the front door is locked tight, and she doesn't know the password. Desperate, she rushes to Lisa, begging for help, but Alex suddenly appears and points a gun at her. He chillingly admits he paralyzed Lisa to get revenge, yet says he loved her deeply and that he gave her Eva's kidney. Alex drags Eva back at gunpoint into the basement, but at the door, Eva fights back, smashing his hand and forcing him to drop the gun. Without hesitation, she shoots him and locks him inside the basement, then cruelly cuts off the oxygen supply. Alex screams in agony, begging to be released, but slowly, he dies a painful, suffocating death. Finally, Eva escapes the clutches of this dangerous man, and that's how the movie ends.